Hi everyone, we are already at video number 20. And so for this video, what's gonna happen is I will be demonstrating to you how to write a task 1. The lecture for this actually came out in video number 19. And so this is the follow-up to that video. And what I chose is this complicated table which was first shown in video number 19. So what you have here is a table showing the hours of leisure time per year in some land. And so uh, from there, taking off from the lecture in video 19, I am now ready to write my essay. And we will now begin with the introduction. So the introductory paragraph will just rephrase whatever the question prompt describes the graph to be. We'll just have to rephrase this this sentence. So we'll have something like the illustrated table reveals information on the leisure time activities for people in some land. That's good enough as it is. And then we were supposed to have an overview, but let's have the overview later, towards the end. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I will discuss this particular row over here, talking about the activities on watching TV and videos. To begin with, there you go. Uh, mm, People in some land engage heavily in watching television or videos, as evidenced by the higher number of registered hours in any age bracket. Particularly those in their teens and those aged 70 years old and above invested the most time for such at 1,200 and 1,100 hours respectively. If you remember this from video 19, where what we actually chose to do here is to cluster these two figures together so as to save time. So we have already done that, so we can leave that for good. And then now let's go to the 700 hours for those in their 20s and those in their 60s. These figures are followed by those in their 20s and 60s at 700 hours each. And then for the rest of the age brackets, we can just cluster all of these three together. People in the Middle Ages spent notably less, at a range of 400 to 600 hours. Okay, so with that paragraph, we have already completed the description for this row. So as you can see, we are taking up a lot of time just to describe one row. So for the next succeeding rows, maybe I will just cite the most significant instead, rather than attempting to cite all of the figures here. So for socializing with 4 or less people, what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be citing just these three figures over here. Okay, so as regards to socializing activities, the middle age bracket had visibly more hours at 250 to 300 hours. And then let's now skip the rest of it. Let's now move on to this next row. Wait. We need to cite the number of people that they socialize with. So had visibly more hours at 250 to 300 hours, but with a notable number of only 4 people or less there. Alright, so let's now move on to the next row. So for that particular row, we just had one sentence for this, so that's the end of it. There's too many more activities to cite, so we can just skip the insignificant figures over there. Let's now talk about socializing with four or more people, at which point we can see that it's the younger set who have more hours devoted to this. So here we go, socializing with a larger group at four or more people, where the preference of the younger set, from teens to those in their 20s, uh, at 350 hours there, 350 hours a year there. All right, so that's done with. We've finished the aspects on socializing. Let's now go to exercise, individual exercise. The trends are the same. The middle age brackets have more isolated, individualized activities at 200 hours. So we'll cite that. We'll ignore the rest. And then for group exercises or sport, we will just cite those in their 20s and 30s. So that's going to be the next paragraph. Sporting activities or group exercise were similarly the domain of the same younger profiles, logging at 350 to 450 hours annually. And then individual exercise, however, saw more of those in the 30s to 40s being dominant at 200 hours. That's the end of it. And then we'll now go into cinema. Finally, for cinema viewing, the statistics reveal similar trends there with that of watching TV and videos, where the teens govern their time with 100 hours of such, while those in their 20s, as well as the retirees, follow closely at 75 hours. Alright, so we've covered all of these rows, and what we've done is, in order to make the description quicker and shorter, we only chose to highlight these significant figures. Similarly for the rest of the rows. So now we're ready to close the essay with our overview. So overall, it is apparent that older people tend to spend more leisure time individually or in smaller groups. So that's the first overview that we found. And the other overview is the fact that TV and videos are dominant among all the leisure activities cited. So we'll just include that as well. Plus the fact that the most popular leisure activity is that of watching television or videos. That's it. That's the end of the essay. So all in all, this essay took us, we're only supposed to write this at 150 words, but there's really so much to say. So there, it took us double the minimum number of words, but that's okay as long as you're able to write this in time. So let's just fix the formatting accordingly so that you can now, let's just fit all of this under a single frame so that you can now pause the video at this point. There, that's for socializing over there. We'll cut it there and paste it over here. And this is the final paragraph over here. Hold on. Okay, I think I confused the paragraph. So there you go. Okay, there we go. Okay. No. This is supposed to be the concluding paragraph. Okay, so for this overview, if you notice, the overview is all the way at the end. So optionally, you can also have the overview at the top. So right after the introduction over here, you can also have the overview over there. So again, let's try to fit this together under one frame. Okay. So there it is. That's the entire essay. Okay. All of 296 words. It took us double the minimum number of words, given that there really was so much to describe. And then if you want to look at the table again, then let's just scroll up over here. Let's just make that bigger. There. Okay. So again, that is a live demonstration of how to write a task 1 essay, but the lesson pertaining to this is in the prior video at video number 19. Again, if there are any questions, don't forget to posit them in the comment boxes below, or if there are any observations, do the same as well. And please don't forget to subscribe and to hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified accordingly when the new videos come out. Let's move on to video number 21 next time, guys, with more samples of task 1 writing. Thanks, everybody.